for winners quarters, which is kind of interesting because like like a month or two ago, this probably would have been something where people went like, oh, this should be like winners finals, easy. And it's not quite that way, mostly because, I mean, I believe that Awestin is still the first seed here tonight. But, you know, going up against Orex, you know, normally he's kind of that top seed. He was PR'd in the first season, but due to his inactivity in the second season, he's, you know, just got to kind of prove himself again.
Yeah, and he spent a lot of the start of this season and the end of last season learning a new character as well, developing his Joker. We're probably not going to see much of it now. He was telling me like a week or two ago that he had to stop playing Joker for a minute and relearn how to play Peach.
Yeah.
Not so much like my Peach is rusty, but more so I need to develop my Peach for this metagame. I'm playing this character wrong. And one of the things he's looking to do is increase his speed on aggression. Like there are moments where he's known for his defensive fortress play, but he also needs to make it impactful when he does connect a hit or when he does pressure a shield.
And that's what I've been saying about Orex forever, is that, you know, his defense is so hard to get through, but then again, that's not really a problem for the people that are also able to play patient because they don't really get punished as hard as, I mean, Orex has never had that crazy 0-to-death game that other Peaches seem to have.
I think that's something he told me, because he's with the UTDe esports team, and Myron went there to kind of train with a bit of him before LTC. And what he told me, Myron told him, was that he needs to capitalize off of his advantage, because he said, like, when Sam Sora or when UTDe is hitting you, you're taking 80 or you're dying.
Exactly.
And he said that was the really big difference. He said he thinks he has most of the fundamentals down, but like when it gets to his advantage state, it's just not what it could be.
When all you have to do is improve your punish game, though, you're in a great place.
Yeah, because that's something that you can just tangibly work on, just by yourself at any time, as long as you have like a GameCube controller and an adapter. But I think that we will need to see a little bit of an adapter here from not Grayson, but Orex against not Balance, but Awestin, who, you know, kind of with that Ness, he's got those disjoints, and a lot of really hard to contest hitboxes in general as Ness.
Yeah, man, it's a situation where Awestin is playing really well around Orex's defense, and even if he is working on that advantage, we're not seeing it happen. There we go. We finally see a back throw. How can he pressure at the ledge? He catches the jump situation.
That nerf fair, they're not going to take it.
But he is going to take it with that one. It goes so low still. Sometimes you just need him one more time, right?
Yeah,
that fair still gets the job done.
Definitely covers like that whole 360 in front of her. In regards to this matchup, that didn't even clank.
Yeah. That interaction is really weird because sometimes Parasol just hits Ness and sometimes the Parasol trades and then there's another hit of Yo-Yo that just comes through.
Does it depend on the amount of damage that your hit does when you go up and hit Yo-Yo, or is it just kind of smash anything? Yeah.
Because sometimes Parasol just wins and it's the same move.
Yeah,
it does the same amount of damage.
Not even like you're switching Peach and Daisy with like different hitboxes or something. It's just the same thing.
And I think the lead Awestin has surmounted here is quite, you know,
full stop.
Yeah. It's going to be hard for Orex to get back. Peach, you know, definitely a character that can make these comebacks. I feel what Orex has really just been struggling with is these air-to-air games. Like, whenever he's in the air, he's taking so much, and it's being very hard for him to get down due to, like, the floaty nature of the character.
And as Peach, you try to stick into the air generally for most of your punish game, especially when it's not as refined like you are with Orex.
Thing about that is Ness has a lot quicker of an aerial game. Despite Peach's big range and big ability to, you know, cover space with forward air, or, you know, she can quickly get in with back air but doesn't cover a lot of space. Ness has big disjointed aerials that he airs with really well, so it's hard for Peach to get something started as quick. Like Austin's constantly stuffing these forward airs. I mean
that's the thing, is that I feel like pound for pound Peach probably has a bigger, like, non-reactable threat zone than Ness does. But if you looked at it this way, where like red is I will hit you now, like just by pressing a button, and then there's like an orange zone where it's I can get here quickly and then hit you. That red zone is much larger for Ness, whereas most of it would be orange for Peach, if that makes sense visualizing it.
So what do you think of this counter pick going to FD?
This is traditionally one of Orex's favorite counter pick stages and Peach's favorite stages. I think she benefits a lot from being able to trap people's landings here, and she also gets the most out of her advantage state on a stage where she can just take the full screen to do it.
He was definitely pushing it there, even going for the ledge trump, but Awestin, you know, ready for it, gets the roll on.
I wanted to say before we got off the topic of the stage that this is also a really good way to kind of maybe not mitigate the air-to-air game from Awestin, but make it more of a commitment for him, where now he doesn't have any escape zone, and now easy forward air for Orex.
Speaking of no escape zone, after he had to commit to that thunder down there, Orex came down flying with the forward air, was able to cut off all of Austin's options. Now, he's not sitting at like a comfortable percent, but look at this. Double up air, he's catching the landing here. There's no mix-up for Austin's landing. He just has to drift to ledge and take it.
Yeah, he does have the double jump, but again, you don't, because you're on FD, you don't want to burn that early because that will be a commit. And I mean, committing at the ledge there too, again, Peach can cover a lot of ground really quickly in the air.
Yeah, and honestly, there's no reason for him to really air dodge there either, because if he air dodges, then the situation is just reset. And Peach is just hitting you again, maybe even with a stronger move.
We're really seeing that refined punish game coming through here. FD, great pick. Swinging momentum really hard. Now he's got a ledge trap situation, but Awestin plays that so smart, just goes for the full hop, slowly drifts down and reacts to Orex's overcommitment. That's a stock, but Orex very close to lapping Awestin here with a clean lead.
Just got to keep this ledge trap up, but he gives away a lot of the stage, and that's, again, that's the difference between the past Orex and the Orex that we'll see in the future, is where he wants to set up that defensive zone and he wants to try to catch people for approaching him and whiffing like that, except it's Ness, so sometimes that doesn't really work, and then you just kind of gave up a lot of stage when you could have had a ledge trap.
He's trying to move really fast and make Awestin commit to a button, but Austin's able to overshoot really well and catch Orex's retreats. I think sometimes he'll, mix in standing your ground.
I feel like the ledge here as well is also so like polarizing for Ness. Like when he's off stage, like that float is just detrimental for him.
Yeah. Ooh, he only gets the one hit of the up air, and now Orex counterattacking right back.
But Awestin brought this so close to even after being behind by so much because Orex dilly-dallied in taking that stock.
I mean, the weird thing about Orex is that his stage control isn't actually necessarily amazing, but his threat zone control is absurdly good. A back throw on a light character like Peach will be able to do it, so one stock apiece. And this was kind of looking at the start like it was really good for Orex, because like you said, his juggling and his advantage state was really good, but now Austin's kind of found where and what Orex is trying to react to, it seems like.
Yeah, I mean, now we're seeing Austin setting up the ledge trap, and he's doing such a good job of pressuring Orex for hitting a button.
The momentum shift is crazy. It seems like Awestin is just, dictating every single move that's happening now. Like, the complete shift from Orex just having him off stage in such a helpless situation.
Where did the change of pace happen?
Awestin is just, controlling all of it. I think it really happened when he got that second stock off. When he brought it back to even on the last stock, he was able to just run with it.
Just the defensive play that Awestin was able to employ on holding on to that stock for long, bringing things closer to even, kind of frustrating Orex.
And that's the stage control too. I think Awestin was kind of realizing where Orex was willing to give up the stage, and that's really what turned it around, is that when you have control of the stage, you get to control the game, and right now he's controlling this ledge trap nicely, but he does give up a little bit there for Orex, who's not exactly fighting tooth and nail to try to get back into center, does have it now, and Awestin is continuing to just toss out these aerials to see if he can knock Orex back into the side of the stage.
Nair does punish the low Nair from Orex.
Ooh, air dodge away, but with Peach, that's not quite going to get you through because she's so floaty, and now next one will kill Orex.
Yeah.
And Awestin, you can see that Orex is kind of frustrated because he had it, he had his idea of how to play it, and then Awestin made that adaptation and turned it around and said, okay, I'm realizing that if I can get back to center stage and I can get control, it's pretty easy to keep Orex stuck into center.
I do not know what Peach can do about that PK Thunder one.
Right,
like,
I was about to say,
even if you're fast falling, like she's not falling fast.
Like FD was a great stage pick for most of that, but once you start getting juggled by PK Thunder, there's no mix-up. There's no real easy way to position yourself to put a hitbox to cancel it. You're slow and floaty, so a double jump doesn't help you a lot of the time. You'll just get clipped. Your air dodge doesn't matter. It doesn't matter.
No.